This is Sam. He's the engineer who guards one particular computer, the one that holds 11 years of his company's research, the formula everything else is built on. That machine is never allowed to touch the internet. Its wireless is torn out, and nothing is plugged into it that leads to the outside. This is called an air gap, and Sam trusts it completely. If nothing can reach the machine, he figures nothing can take the secret off it. And this is Vex. Vex wants what's on that machine. But over the last decade, researchers have pulled real data out of computers connected to nothing at all, using the sound of a fan, the blink of a light, even the heat coming off the chips. Before Vex can steal anything, his code has to reach a machine that nothing can connect to. There's no network to hack and nothing to email, so Vex does what the most famous air gap attack in history did. Stuxnet, the malware that wrecked Iran's uranium centrifuges at the Natanz facility around 2010, never used the internet. It was carried in on USB drives, by hand, most likely by a contractor who plugged an infected stick into an isolated system without realizing it. Sam's air gap stops the cables. It does nothing about the people who walk in and out. Vex's code can ride in on a USB drive someone finds in the parking lot, on a part that was tampered with before it ever arrived, or in the pocket of an employee he's paid off. Once it's inside, the harder problem begins, getting Sam's secret back out, across a wall of empty air. The first way out is sound. Sam's computer makes noise all the time, and Vex's malware can shape that noise on purpose. A team at Ben Gurion University in Israel built exactly this. They called it Fansmitter. It doesn't need a speaker. It changes the speed of the cooling fans, and the rising and falling pitch carries the data. A phone sitting on Sam's desk or in the next room records it and decodes it back. A second tool, called DiskFiltration, does the same thing with the seek noise of a mechanical hard drive. It's slow, a few hundred bits an hour. But Sam's encryption key is only a few hundred bits. That's all Vex needs. The next way out is light. The little activity light on Sam's hard drive blinks every time the disk works, and Vex's code can take control of it. A project called Let It Go flashed that light thousands of times a second, far too fast for Sam to notice, while a camera or a drone outside the window read it back, blink by blink. Researchers pulled off the same trick with keyboard lights, with the status lights on a router, even by changing the brightness of the screen so slightly that Sam, sitting right in front of it, would never see it. The security camera in his own ceiling, the one watching the room to protect it, ends up being the thing that leaks it out. Some of these don't use sound or light at all. A technique called BitWhisper used heat. Sam keeps two computers on the same desk, one online, one air-gapped, side by side, the way a lot of secure setups are built. Vex malware warms the air-gapped machine's processor in a deliberate pattern, and the second computer, less than half a meter away, feels those changes through the temperature sensors already on its own motherboard. It's painfully slow, a handful of bits an hour. But it's a real conversation between two machines that were never supposed to be able to reach each other, and the online one can send the secret the rest of the way. The next way out is radio. Radio, Sam's computer was never built to send. Every chip and wire inside it leaks a little electromagnetic radiation while it runs, and Vex can shape that leak into a signal. A project called AirHopper turned the computer's own memory into a tiny radio transmitter, putting out waves in the 2.4 gigahertz band, the same band Wi-Fi uses, so an ordinary phone nearby could catch them with its normal Wi-Fi chip. Sam's machine had no Wi-Fi hardware at all. Earlier work called GSMem and AirHopper leaked data over cellular and FM frequencies to a basic phone a few meters away. The machine turns into a radio station without ever containing a radio. The research kept going. PowerHammer pulled data straight out through the power line. Vex's malware spikes the processor's workload in a pattern, which changes how much current the machine draws, and anyone reading the building's wiring can decode it from those swings. Other tools use the magnetic field the processor gives off, read by the compass sensor inside a phone, and even the vibration of the cooling fans, picked up by the motion sensor of a phone left on Sam's desk. By now, researchers have done this with almost every physical signal a computer gives off while it runs, turning each one into a way out. None of these channels are fast, they move data in a slow trickle. But Vex was never after Sam's whole hard drive. He only wanted one small thing: an encryption key, a password, and a trickle is more than enough to carry that out. An air gap lowers the risk, but it was never a wall. The defenses that actually work are physical, keeping phones and cameras out of the room, shielding the hardware, and catching the malware before anyone carries it in. Once it's inside, the building itself becomes the antenna.